Okay, so get this, right? It's December 27th. We're
Mhm.
all, stuffed from all those holiday goodies, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
today's actually a really fascinating day. Like, we're doing a deep dive into December 27th, and I think you're going to be really surprised by all the stuff that's going on today.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot to uncover.
Yeah, so like right off the bat, we've got International Day of Epidemic Preparedness,
Hmm.
which,
Big one.
yeah, a big one. Maybe a little more serious than some of the other observances today, but incredibly important.
Yeah, I think it's fascinating to sort of look back and, one of the sources mentions the impact of the Ebola outbreak back in 2014 to 2016 in West Africa. And it really just highlights, how important it is that we have early detection of these things and a really coordinated, global response if we want to try to prevent future pandemics.
Yeah, and especially with what we've all gone through recently.
Yeah.
It's kind of a sobering reminder of how important strong healthcare systems are, and not just in our own, countries, but globally.
Right. And it's not just about that level of things. It's also about individuals.
Right.
This day encourages people to stay informed and, be aware of the potential health threats out there and
Mm.
take steps to protect themselves and their communities.
Yeah.
It's really a reminder that we all have a role to play.
For sure, we all have a role to play.
Yeah.
So moving on to something a little, maybe a little bit lighter, less serious, it's National Fruitcake Day.
All right.
Are you a fruitcake person?
I'm not going to lie. I've never actually tried a fruitcake.
Okay.
It's, one of those things, it's kind of like a mystery. What is it?
Kind of like shrouded in mystery,
Yeah.
right? It's like one of those things that people either they love it or they hate it.
For sure. For sure.
But it's got a long history, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that really kind of blew my mind doing research for this was learning that fruitcake actually goes all the way back to ancient Rome.
Whoa.
Like, we're talking about a recipe with pomegranate seeds, pine nuts, raisins, all mixed into like a barley mash. Can you imagine?
That's amazing. I love how it evolved from something so ancient into what we, know today, which is like this dense, super fruit-filled holiday,
Exactly. It's really interesting to think about, like, how did it become this, like, holiday staple? And one of the sources mentioned that it actually makes a lot of sense because during the Middle Ages, dried fruits and spices were super expensive. They were considered, luxury items.
I see.
So fruitcake was a really special treat back then. It would be reserved for, like, Christmas and other celebrations.
So interesting.
It kind of adds a new layer to the whole tradition.
It really does. It really does. So for those of you out there, fruitcake lovers, enjoy.
Happy Fruitcake Day.
So another really cool thing about today is it's Visit the Zoo Day. Zoos are such an amazing way to connect with wildlife. And
Totally.
and it's not just about entertainment. Zoos play a really important role in conservation.
Yeah. They're doing a lot of important work protecting endangered species.
Right.
Educating the public about wildlife.
Yes. That's really, really cool. Do you have a favorite memory from a zoo?
Oh, let me see. I remember as a kid, I was absolutely mesmerized by the gorillas.
Yeah.
It's just something about them, the way they move, their intelligence, the way they interact with each other. It was just so fascinating to me.
It's a really powerful experience.
And it really, makes you appreciate the natural world and want to protect it.
Yeah, and it's a really great way to spend time with family and friends too.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. And finally, we have Make Cut-Out Snowflakes Day.
I love this one.
It's just like a classic winter activity.
It is.
Whether it's snowing or not, you can always bring the winter magic indoors.
Totally. And, it's not just for kids. It's something that anyone can enjoy.
It's true.
And actually, one of the sources mentioned something I thought was really interesting. It was about how snowflake cutting can be a really great way to practice mindfulness.
Oh, wow.
Because you really have to focus to create these intricate designs. It can be quite calming and meditative.
Yeah, you have to be really present.
Exactly.
Really be in the moment. So, wow, December 27th.
It really is a special day when you think about it.
It's a day for everything, It's a day for thinking about global health, indulging in, these fun traditions.
Right.
Connecting with nature and being creative.
It really does show that even what seems like, an ordinary day can be full of opportunities. You can learn something. You can reflect.
Yeah.
You can connect with other people.
So as we, wrap up this year,
Mm-hmm.
how are you going to make December 27th your own? Are you going to go to the zoo?
Ooh, maybe.
Are you going to learn more about epidemic preparedness?
That's a good idea.
Are you going to make a fruitcake from scratch?
You never know.
You never know, right? So whatever you do, let us know.
Yeah, share your experience.
Share it with us.
Connect with other people who are making this day special in their own unique ways.
Yeah, find your people. All right, well, that's it for this deep dive.
Until next time.
We'll see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.